Today we're gonna talk about a method that's called the Dance Champ Trifecta. That's ultimately why some of you guys are here. Some of you guys are here because this is our Wednesday tradition, but today we decided to mix it up a little bit. And I think we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna see you, so if when I share my screen, I'm not gonna see you. So every once in a while, I'm gonna, give me thumbs up just to make sure that you guys are still here. If I mess up on something, let me know. We have David here, he's monitoring everything, he's gonna be reading the comments. And if I don't make any sense, give me a thumbs up, all right? This makes sense so far? Perfect. All right, let's get it. Let's jump right into it. Let me share my screen real quick. Everybody can see me smiling with a lot of people, correct? Perfect. So, welcome everybody. I'm super excited to have you all here. This is a very special day for me. It's the first time in a long time we're doing this webinar. I did this method or this exact seminar about a year ago in Be Fit and Sensual, which is the actual spot that photo is taken from, which is our festival. Or was our festival. I'm not sure anymore how to say it regarding the situation we are all facing. But anyway, I've perfected it now. I've been running it over, updating it. So I'm super excited to share it all with you. But before I do that, let me just take a moment to brag a little bit about the people that I hang around with here every Wednesday. These are my students, and I'm super, super proud of each and every single one of them. And let me just brag for a second before we jump into this. This is Aliana, this is Jody. If this doesn't inspire you, I really hope you can feel what I'm feeling when I see this. Absolutely crushing it. This is 30 days. This is 30 days of just determination. Same here. Couples. 30 days again. Look at this. Look at this before and after photo. You came out as a new person. 30 days, 7 kilos in 2 months. Round of applause for that. Round of applause for dropping 7 kilos in 2 months. Those results are absolutely incredible. Crushing it. And of course, me, round of applause for me, goddamn it, a little round of applause for me. And we obviously have the Dance Champ Trifecta. And imagine a world that you could get whatever you wanted when it came to your dancing and your training. Before I jump into it, I just want to say that if you don't have a pen and paper with you, I suggest you get that now because you're gonna need it later. And hang around until the end. You need to hang around until the end. None of this will make sense if you don't hang around until the end. This will take approximately an hour, all right? So don't go anywhere. Imagine if you had a customized workout plan for your dance-specific goals, so working out was fun and not a chore. Customized meal plan for your dance-specific goals, so you don't need to think about it, especially now when there is so much information about training, how to train at home, how to train. You see trainers lifting your couches, lifting a chair, putting a bag with whatever. Massive accountability and community, and the exact steps to get there. Do you think you could get to your goals if you had all of this? I'm certain, and I'm only certain because we've been testing it on hundreds of students right now. And that's exactly what you're gonna get with this. I want to give you a clear roadmap. It's very simple. My goal for today is to show you the fastest way to reach your dancing and fitness goals without spending hours and hours in the gym, without looking like a bodybuilder, because ultimately we are dancers, each and every single one of us, at some level or another. Each and every single one of us here are dancers, and we are focusing, or our passion are dancers. Just listen to some of the wins. When your wins for this week is that you've been out social dancing. It doesn't matter what the level, if you're a professional, if you're a social dancer, if you're a local teacher, you are wearing that crown. And of course, with this also comes injury prevention. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but again, we've done it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Here with me, together with Korkan Judith, Alex Alvarola. Huh?
Record.
And before I start and before I teach you guys, because we have so many people here, we're usually about 20, 25 people on these webinars. Now we're 51. So I really want to take a moment before and talk about myself, introduce myself. Everything, you guys can hear me, right? I just have to check in. This is the first time I'm doing this webinar where I don't see every one of you, and I'm getting a little worried, but you all can see me, correct? You hear me, everything good? Got your pen and paper? Perfect. Here we go. All right, very, very short about me. For the last 6 years, I've focused entirely on training dancers. It's been my full-time job. I worked 4 years in a corporate gym where I trained everybody from bus drivers to taxi drivers to local to high-performing CEO to some of the world's top dancers, Korkan Judith being some of them, Alemana, Kiko Kristina, etc., etc. And I've been blessed enough to travel a lot together with Bachata Sensual. In 2018, I did 38 travels together with them. We went to Russia, Japan, Shanghai. Here I am together with Travis, a Norwegian artist. We did, I'm also, for you guys who don't know, I've been modeling a lot. I've been a sports model for the last, I'm 29 now. I just had my 29th birthday, so I guess that makes it 8 years. And yeah, like I said, I've trained some of the world's top dancers, and I'm extremely humbled by it. One of them being Cecilia, who won the UK Dance Award for Best Modern Choreography. For you guys who don't know what that is, that's fucking awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's the least I can say. And also been helping out with some of the choreographies and training some of the dancers in Dancing with the Stars in Norway. But my life wasn't always like this, unfortunately. I wish I could say it was always, I was always this guy. But I wasn't. In 2014, I started getting really heavy depression. And not only depression, I also got something called panic anxiety, which is the absolute worst thing I could ever wish to a person. If I could take away one part of my life, it would definitely be the entire 2015, 2014. I could wake up in the middle of the night with panic anxiety, and it's attacks, so it's not anxiety, it's not regular anxiety. I'm saying that with all the respect to whoever is having anxiety. But when you get a panic attack, it's like your body is getting into malfunction. I got suicidal for a long time, and I really was searching. I was really lost searching. I didn't take care of my nutrition. I didn't take care of my training. But I stumbled upon a YouTube video, which ultimately has led us all to come to this place all together. And I met this guy, Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter, or King Keto, as you can find him on social media, is one of my mentors. I paid this man a huge amount of money to mentor me privately in his inner circle group, but what I get back from him, it's tenfold from what I'm paying. He has literally changed my life in more than one area, in mental health, in training, in business, in self-confidence. I'm extremely grateful for this man. But the thing with Brandon is that he looks like this. Okay? And I never been to a club with this guy, but with all those muscles, I think he would struggle a little bit doing a bachata on the dance floor. It's just my thought. I do not know. I have no idea. So I took his training program. This was before I studied. So I took his training program, I started training exactly like him, I started eating the way he told me to, or the way his YouTube videos told me. And after a while, I actually met him in person. I went to New York, I went to one of his boot camps, I went to New York and I told him, it's like, champ, listen, I'm training just like you. You're one of my biggest role models. I take so much inspiration from you, but it doesn't work for me in my training. Like, it doesn't work for me in my dancing, sorry. And he's like, listen, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. If you're a dancer, you need to find something that is specific for you. So I said, okay, got it. So I studied up. I actually went and studied fitness at the Norwegian School of Sports Science, and I just made it my mission. I became obsessed with finding the perfect way for us dancers to find. Because I could find a lot on internet about ballet, but me as a Latin dancer or as a hip-hop dancer, which is a style I've been dancing for the last 12 years, I couldn't relate to that. So I went around, I did tons of research, I went to different training labs, and it was this one thing that really changed it all for me. I really realized after talking to Brandon that I needed a workout and meal plan for my specific goals, for my dance specific goals, not training goals, dance specific goals, which would allow me to enjoy my strength training, improve my stamina, flexibility, and confidence on the dance floor. Even if I might be standing here in front of you today talking, inside here I'm still a little shy, you know? It might be hard for you guys to understand, but I might still be a little shy every once in a while, especially when it comes to dance floor confidence. But I began to see massive results once I understand this. Confidence, flexibility, strength, and just being able to dance longer. So I feel I hit the sweet spot between fitness and sensuality from this Be Fit and Sensual movement. And it's all from this simple model that I want to teach you right now. Customized workout plan, making training fun, not a chore. If training is not fun, it's not going to be sustainable. We're not looking for quick fixes here, we're looking for lifestyle changes, and it needs to be fun for you. A customized workout plan so you don't think about it, massive accountability to make sure you keep the momentum and don't quit when times get tough, and have the community. This is why I've been standing here every Wednesday for the last 2 years talking about just this. Unlimited stamina, so you have endless energy. I want everybody in here to type number 1 in the chat if this would change things for you. If you had all of this, would this change things for you? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know. Type number 1 in the chat. If not, I'm not gonna give you the secret.
We have a lot of ones here.
We have a lot of ones coming in? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, with that being said, if we can do it, you can do it. I have more testimonials, and I say this with a lot of, and I'm very grateful when I say this. I swear on my life, there is no other trainers on this planet that has more testimonials from dancers than I have. I promise you that. I promise you. Please put me back to back with any trainer. I would love to shake his hand if he has more testimonials from me, because that means he can really teach me something. It is Kristina from Kiko Kristina was one of my students, Reem, whoever, Alemana, trained her for this photo shoot. And this has been my highlight for the week, for the last 2 years now. Meeting everyone. I love my weekly Wednesday webinars. Here we go. I have developed this method. Enough about me. I have developed this method which is by dancers for dancers. And I call this my Dance Champ Trifecta. Trifecta, for you guys who don't know what that means in English, it's basically a hat trick. When you're doing something 3 times in a row. And I believe this is the secret method to reach your goals both on and off the dance floor. And I need you all to start drawing 3 different circles who all intersect in the middle, like I showed you. just like this. Bam! Three circles, okay? Again, don't leave before this webinar is over, because if you do, none of this will make any sense right now, okay? Here we go. Inside of each circle, I want you to write creativity to the left, training to the right, and roadmap in the middle, or in the lower circle. Creativity, training, and roadmap. I truly believe that what I'm about to show you, if you master this, you will have no type of boundaries where you can go. Wherever your goal is, it won't matter. As long as you have a dance goal and a training goal, this is the roadmap for you. So each of these pillars has 3 subcategories, okay? So I'm gonna run over all of them briefly, then I'm gonna dive deep into 3 of them, okay? Let's start with creativity. Creativity, in this case, we're obviously talking about dancing. First thing, if you hit all of these 3, you will be fit and sensual. I hope you saw what I did there. I messed that joke up a little bit, but it was fun when I came up with it, okay? Either way, here we go. The first one, under creativity, basics. You have to master your basics in whatever style you're doing. If you're doing popping, if you're doing waving, there is still basics. There is still basic fundamentals. Bachata, there are the basics. If you know the basics, they will take you to a place you can't imagine. If you master them, that's why it's so important. Second thing is musicality. Everybody knows that if you have good basics, or if you have okay basics, but great musicality, you don't need all of the flashy moves. You won't need them. Musicality will be there to save you. Musicality is what makes the sauce of the pasta, you know? Like, that's what it is. Originality. Originality is the flavor. Is what makes Corke dance like Corke, is what makes Ana Milite dance like Ana Milite, who's sitting here with us. It's Abuela Luz. It makes her dance like her, or it makes Sebastian dance like Sebastian. You won't fully, I promise you this, you won't fully enjoy dancing. You won't fully enjoy it to the maximum, so to say, unless you start to play around with your originality. Everybody's doing this with her hand, maybe you would be doing this. Everybody would put your body there, maybe you would put it like this. Going in and out of different turns. Dancing is a lot of repeating. It's a lot of repeating patterns. It's how you enter them and how you leave them that makes originality, the sauce you put on top of everything. Did that make sense with originality? I see you now. Did that make sense? Basics, musicality, originality. Those are the 3 things I want you to write inside of the first pillar. Now, inside of the third pillar, I have something, or in the second pillar, sorry, we have something that I like to call the VTF method, the what the fuck method. And what the fuck is the what the fuck method? I'm very glad you asked. I'm very, very glad you asked. The first thing is water. Just like Abuela Luz is saying, the biggest win for the week is drinking water. Not only because your muscles or the cells in your body will live in an optimal environment for muscle toning or muscle building, fat loss, you will get better hair, you will get better skin, you will have more overall energy, and it is the absolute most important nutrition that we all love to oversee possible. Everybody here, without dancing, on the days you are not dancing, you should be aiming for drinking about a gallon of water a day. About a gallon. But you start with a cup, and you add 2 cups, 3, 4, 5, you work your way up. okay? Extremely, extremely important. Train dance specific. Again, you're not a bodybuilder. I don't know how to say it in a different way. If you want to move like a bodybuilder and look like a bodybuilder, I suggest you train like a bodybuilder. But if you don't want to move like a bodybuilder, if you want to move like a dancer, I suggest you train dance specific, and that's obviously why all of us are here. Because that's what this, this movement is all about. With that being said, I also want to emphasize on the fact that I've done it. I've trained like a bodybuilder way too long, to the point it hindered my dance gains. It really took dancing away from me in the most horrible way possible. But I got it back. The last thing is the F. It says fasting. It might as well have said nutrition, but VTN doesn't sound as fun. Okay, VTF has a cling to it. And the thing with fasting is by far the most profound way of healthy muscle building, fat loss I have ever seen, especially when it comes to people who are living hectic lifestyles. I've put Alemana on it, I've put Judith on it. A lot of people we are seeing here has been doing fasting, and the results speaks for themselves, as you can see in the photos. Okay, but again, I call this the VTF method, not the VTF system. And it's a secret here. It's a secret that is hidden inside of the M in method, and it's mindset. Mindset, our method, what we have here, what we have developed, what I have developed together with all of my students of hours and hours of talking to individuals, is we are focusing equally as much on mindset as much as we are focusing on the training, mental and physical strength. Those two goes hand in hand. A lot of us are fighting with ghosts, I like to call it. We all have these two voices, but you can learn how to control them. And we have ways for you to do that if you would be interested in doing that later. So far, so good. Thumbs up if I'm making sense. Everybody with me? Show me your circles. Show me your circles, because I was about to draw this. Let me see who has the worst circles here. If I find circles who are worse than mine, I'll train you for free. You know what I mean? Okay, perfect. I see beautiful circles. Veronica's circles, they were almost symmetric. They were almost better than the ones I had here on my PowerPoint. I'm a terrible drawer for you guys who are new, who didn't understand that joke. Du kan ta den här, man. Right, we move forward. Water, train dance specific, fasting, mindset, or mental discipline. The third circle is the roadmap. And when I say roadmap, I'm talking about having a clear way for you to get to your goals. A clear structure that would just get you there. Let's call it a GPS, And in there, I have something that I like to call structured freedom. Structured freedom is what makes you be able to go out dancing, go out having a pizza after you've been dancing, but still reaching your training goals, your aesthetic goals, so to say. Structured freedom is what makes you have that ice cream with your friends on the sunny day, and maybe having a little glass of wine on the side to that ice cream, without beating yourself up for it, without that getting into your brain, without you not enjoying it, and still reaching your goals. That's structured freedom. I had my birthday the other day. On Thursday last week, I worked the entire Thursday, but I partied, I celebrated myself on Saturday, but it was accounted for. Then I took half of Sunday off, and I ate like a horse on Sunday, but I still did my training. Structured freedom is what's gonna get you to Be Fit and Sensual, promised land. The next thing is discipline. If anybody told you that this was a movement, that this was a worldwide movement for people who were motivated, you're lost. They lied to you. If anybody told you that please come and join Sebastian, come and join him, he's gonna give you motivation, you came to the wrong spot. I hope maybe I can spark something inside of you. Maybe I can spark a little motivation on the days you're feeling low. But ultimately, what I want to teach all of my students is discipline. Discipline is what's gonna get you to go where you need to go, regardless if you feel like it or not. And we have a saying here in our inner circle. And we say that discipline means doing what you're supposed to do, when you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Motivation, it's a fairy tale. Motivation is, I put it on my Instagram the other day, it's like motivation is something you see every blue moon. You know, it's a unicorn, it's a fairy tale. It's something they teach you in Hollywood. But discipline is what's gonna get you to do those last sets. Discipline is what's gonna get you to drink that 3 liters of water. Discipline over everything. The next thing is mentor and community. Again, my story about Brandon, it's right there in front of you. He's just one of my, I don't know how many mentors I have, to be honest with you, but I have double digits. I have minimum 10. I have minimum one mentor in every area of my life that I'm serious about. That's me. And I strongly believe, wholeheartedly believe that if you want anything out of life and you don't have a mentor in that particular area, I believe you're not serious about it. And I'm not only talking about mentor that you need to pay like I'm doing, I'm talking about people that have been doing what you have done or doing what you want to do on higher levels than you are. You're buying experience on a discount. That's exactly what mentorship is. Again, the trifecta, it's a 3-legged stool. And you need all 3. You need the creativity, the training, and the roadmap. If you don't have that, you are going to fall. I promise you, you're going to fall. So let's say now, and let me prove to you what I mean with that. Let's say you are down here. You have incredible creativity. You have an incredible roadmap, great mentorship and community, but you don't have any training. You're slacking on the training. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna have short-term success. And take my word for it. Take my word for it. I promise you, especially now during quarantine, I'm talking some of the world's best dancers, some of them being your idols when it comes to training or role models or whatever you want to call it. People are struggling. Good dancers are struggling just because they are not taking care of their nutrition, their bodies, their water, and more importantly, their mindset. It's going to lead to an injury, physical or mental. Let's say now you had perfect roadmap. I'm messing up. Let's say your creativity is fantastic. Let's say your training is even better. You look like, you know, Sebastian on testosterone, you know? You look like the Incredible Hulk almost. But you don't have any roadmap. Anybody can guess what I call that? Somebody who is fantastic in dancing, you know? Just incredible dancer, has great physique and mindset when it comes to standing on stage, but is lacking structure and discipline. For me, that's a lost talent. A few things saddens my soul more than seeing somebody who is a lost talent. And I'm talking about real family members of mine when it comes to dancing. Just lost themselves, true talents. And it's a pity to say the least. Am I making sense so far? Thumbs up if I'm making sense so far. All right? Should we do a stretch together real quick or we should move on? There's gonna come a stretch a little faster. Thumbs up if you want some stretching. Right? Okay, no thumbs up. No thumbs up. We see, Liz, you were throwing gang signs. Liz didn't know what she were throwing. She, you know, she was about to crip walk and stuff. Like, we keep moving forward. You got the point. You got the point where I was going with this. Lost talent. Saddens me to say, if you have creativity, if you lack the creativity, but you have the perfect training, you have a fantastic roadmap, you have a mentor, you have a community, you train, you do everything, but you have no dance, you have no basics, no musicality, no originality. My question to you is, do you even dance, bro? Do you even dance? It's like you don't even have a basic. Where's your basic, fam? Like, what are we doing right now? Make sense? We keep moving forward. This is the trifecta, but it won't help you unless we take it all the way to the end, where I'm going to give you the keys to be able to move forward with it. But like I said, I wanted to dive deeper into 3 things today, which I believe are the most crucial for these things. They are the basics, dance-specific training, or train dance-specific, and the mentoring community. If you have any questions about any of the other ones, please add me on my social media, Sebastian_BFit, and I would love to dive deep into each and every single one of them. Now, you can obviously agree on or disagree on these things, but these are what I believe is the most crucial ones. So let's go and dig a little bit into basics, which leads me to secret number 1, which what I like to call the flawless fundamentals, your basics. And what many dancers tend to do, me myself included, is that we want to do all the fancy and flashy moves. You want to do the arm wave or the body wave before you can even do the bounce. You want to do all the beautiful turns before you can even do your bachata basics. I've been one of them. Whether it's wanting to do the waves, blah, 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 just like I said, we tend to forget about the basics, which is unfortunate because without the basics, we are completely lost. And when you get this wrong, you make little to no progress on the dance floor. You might look good, but when you're dancing with someone, it won't get you to where you want to get. You lose momentum, end up not practicing, wasting all the time of prior work, and you never end up doing all the flashy and fancy moves because you have no foundations. And this thing is true for training also. If you never trained before and you want to do flashy kettlebell swings or flashy other type of training movements, but you've never done, you are still struggling with your fundamental strength positioning, you will get injured and you won't get there as fast as you could. And this will make you very sad. This is not fun. I don't want this to be you. Look at that, look at that. Nothing saddens my soul more. And in my dance-specific training program, I run over the basics to length to make sure that you master them. I train the fundamentals, specifications, and progression, and we make sure that you have the perfect basics. The perfect basics allows you to do all the flashy moves afterwards. Which leads me to one of my case studies, my first of 3 case studies, which is Anna Milita, which I believe have fucking mastered the basics. And I say that to just show you this. I don't know how much you guys know about stretching, but this type of progress in 2 months, that means that you have been doing it over and over and over and over and over, like drilling the basics. So it has not only increased your strength, mental and physical, but also the flexibility. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and I'm gonna find Anna right here. So I'm about to put her on the spot for a minute. Where are you? There you are. Why can't I unmute you, Anna? Here we go. Everybody, before Anna speaks up, let's give a round of applause for Anna. God damn it. If that's not progress in 2 months, if that's not something to be proud of, I don't know what can. Anna, talk to us a little bit. How is basics? Talk basics to us.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Cool. I am also proud of me. I mean, I started with you, and I was also, for everybody, skeptical about this. So I was like, could I reach them or no? And I have to say, Sebastian is really good. He works all the way with me. He gives me something to do, and he was there if I had questions. So he said how I have to do something, and also, like you said, basic, progression, and I have to improve myself. So, and it's really great. It's the difference, I think, between the others. Or I already had art teachers, teachers, not coaches, but teachers, and I have also the community, because with this one-on-one coaching program, you get access to the dance bootcamp online and also to Dancers Against Corona. That's what I think you also need. Not only a coach who tell you and who also is there, but people who have your same target and keep on pushing you, even sometimes even if you don't feel like it. And I am also proud about of my flexibility exercise, and I am in a group. We are amazing. I love it. We are killer workout gang.
The killer workout gang.
We started with just for fun, doing workout together, and some of them are here, so she's smiling, Veronica. And it was really great because sometimes you don't feel like it. That's true. You need someone there, so a coach also, like Sebastian, but also people who are there for you. And you need to say, okay, I said to the group I will start at 7, so I am there. I learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot from Sebastian, and every time I need him, this is the best thing of the one-on-one coaching program. I can call him. I book almost every week call with him, and I can talk about exercises or lectures, or if I have new targets, because maybe just can do something. That's amazing.
Yo, round of applause for Anna, everybody. Round of applause for Anna. Round of applause for the killer workout gang. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, that makes me really happy to hear. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for being part of everything. So, let me see. Let me share my screen with you guys again. Just a recap on all the flawless fundamentals. This is a powerful secret. It's a powerful secret. I'm not joking around with it. Secret. It sounds cool. Call it what you want. Call it tips. Call it, I like to call it the secret. But the amateur dancers focus on the flashy moves and doesn't work on their basics. This leads to little to no progress or wasting tons of time. A dance champ drills and master the basics with a coach, leading to flashy moves easier along the road and have a strong community. So just a quick checking, what has been the most helpful so far, and what did you learn from Anna's story? Now it's time for you guys to type, so I'm not here alone. I'm getting tired of hearing my own voice already. What has been the most helpful so far, and what has been the key takeaway from Anna's story? Go Anna is what I'm reading. What has been the most helpful? I'm reading nice Anna, J Anna, bravo Anna, killer workout gang, not being alone, inspiring, get coaches on every aspect of your life that you want to, that's important to you. You need people to push you and take you to the next level. Consistency is the key, accountability, the support to reach your goal is crucial. Her implication of the killer workout gang inspires us every day. You need a mindset, accountability partner, determination, discipline is what I'm reading. Mindset. Alright, we got it. Claudia is asking, do you have a book to recommend for discipline? Yes, I do. I recommend you read Relentless by Tim Grover. If you're ready, I'm not sure everybody's ready, but Relentless by Tim Grover. Back to the basics. Killer workout, gang. Let's get it. Let's move forward together. Here we go. Moving forward. So far, so good. Dance break? Nah. Chill on that. Coming up next is train dance specific. Again, if you miss out the last part, you won't get anything out of this entire webinar. So hang along. Dance specific training. Most dancers I talk to tend to think about, you need to understand, guys, that if I'm traveling to 38 different places in a year, that means that for 38, like, I wish I could explain to you guys how that wherever I'm going, I'm the training guy. Wherever I'm going, you know what joke I hear wherever I'm going? Oh, Sebe, you're fit and sensual, but I'm fat and sensual. Hey, hey, hey. The fat and sensual joke, I don't think people understand how washed out that joke is for me. So wherever I go, I really hear a lot of people reaching out and saying, like, I feel it's a chore, like I don't think it's fun, like I can't relate to my dancing. And people are like legit scared of looking like bodybuilders and assuming that having like a serious training regime will make them look like a dancer, will make them look like a bodybuilder. My question to you is, does anybody on this photo look like a bodybuilder? If you think so, raise your hand. Or don't raise your hand because I can't see you, but write something in the chat. Let's have a minute and look at that guy, you know? Look at that guy. My point is that you don't need to look like a bodybuilder. Because the truth about training as a dancer is, while there is true that dancers should not train the same as bodybuilders, that is not true, and it does not mean that we shouldn't train at all. Dance-specific training, just like Anna is saying, is directly related for you to reach your potential as a dance champ if done correctly. But when you get this wrong, you're leaving tons of dancing gains on the table, which won't allow you to become the best version of yourself on and off the dance floor, which is lifting is done correctly will increase your flexibility, prevent injuries, make you more confident, improve your stamina, and they give them exercises, blah, blah, blah. This makes sense, I already said that. And this becomes, that training becomes fun at the gym, at home, at the dance studio, wherever it is. And this will improve your performance on and off the dance floor. Which leads me to our next case study, which is Ali. And this is, without a joke, I believe it's a year or a year and a half between these two photos. And I believe that Ali has mastered not only dance-specific training, but also the structured freedom. He's a full-time nurse, dancing as a dancing socially, but is always putting his work in here. You can see in different, I don't know what they are called, but scrubs, I guess, or nurse coats, nurses outfits. And this is structured freedom to me. Right now you're looking at structured freedom. He's putting in the work when he can do it. Maybe he can't go an hour and a half every day because he has a 45-minute break to train. And let's not forget, this man is also a father. So he has this responsibility at home also. And my point is, why I want to show him is because he has put so much time into his freedom and to his structure that it will help him to get along longer. Did that make sense? Like, it's so important. And he is about to compete in senior, again, I'm talking about this guy. I'm talking about this guy a year and a half ago. And now he told me, he's like, Sebastian, I have a black belt in Taekwondo from when I was young. And no, sorry, I had a red belt in Taekwondo when I was young. I want to take my black belt and I want to compete in the Swedish national championship for Taekwondo for seniors. I believe it's around 40 plus, Ali. And if that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. Point here is that if you skip training and you have, for the fear of looking too big and growly, you won't reach your fullest potential. You will reach what I believe is 50% or less. And the dance champ who does dance specific training assigned by a coach will build them strength, flexibility, stamina, and enjoy working out. We just did that. I don't feel we need to do that when Ali's not here. Let me see so I can see everybody. Everybody's with me so far? We Gucci? Perfect. I tell you, I get scared when I don't. It's not comfortable not seeing you. I need to fix this. I need another screen or something. Moving on. Mentor and community. We soon finish, guys. Stay with me. Mentoring community, and this is what I believe is the most important. This is what I believe is the most important, and because all of the best athletes, dancers, and companies even on earth have coaches, a supportive community around them. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant had this guy. Tim Grover, the book I'm reading, I paid this man thousands of dollars to be able to join his mentor program. But again, a fraction of what I'm getting back. In addition, they also had Phil Jackson and many others. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, had his father, Elizabeth Taylor, Diana Ross, James Brown, many others. And why is it that in most sports there have no less than 10 coaches? Because no matter how strong-willed you are, no matter how capable you are on your own, left on your own device, you are going to do less than you're capable of. I don't care who you are. I have a training. I love training. I absolutely love it. I love dancing. But I have coaches in each and every single one of those aspects of my life also. And when you have a coach who have already done what you want to do, or are trying to do, or are doing your best to do, you're leaving precious time and money on the table. Because if you're trying to do it on your own, without the coach holding you accountable, without the coach making your roadmap, you are going to lose. Or at least you won't make the Thriller album you're capable of. Every Michael Jackson fan out there understood that joke. Because that was a great joke. Hope everybody got that. I don't see your face. I don't see your faces, but I'm assuming you're all laughing. All right? Here we go. When you get this right, when you hire the right coach, like I said, you're shaving years off the learning curve. Coach prevents you from making mistakes such as getting injured that he or she has students have done before, and keeps you accountable on the days you want to quit. And if he's a great coach, he has a fucking fantastic support community with happy students that are on the same mission as you are. These guys, the people you are sitting in this with. During quarantine, we added 1,600 new students to our community. Real numbers, real numbers. People getting together, meeting each other. This was obviously before quarantine, which leads me to my last case study, which is Despina, which is, I'm not sure if I have seen her today. Probably not.
I don't think she's here.
I don't think she's here neither, which is completely fine, because I'm just gonna grab anyone out from here. Let me see who is here. Let me see who is here. Where is the woman I'm searching for? The Iron Lady, Veronica, where are you? Talk to me, wave your hand. But Despina is here. She's here. Where are you? Where are you, Despina? Wave your hand or something. Why can't I see you? I don't see her. There you are. Hey, champ.
Hello.
How are you?
Can you see me now?
Yeah, everybody can see Despina, correct? Perfect. How are you doing, champ?
I'm doing good.
You've been in this community, you joined, I see you on every Wednesday for I don't know how many months now. you joined the mental discipline program. How important is community or tell us about the community for the people who are new.
For the mental discipline game, yeah, the community was everything. It was the biggest help actually. And through everything we learned there, like from all the challenges we did, from all the steps days and everything you taught us, like the accountability partner was the main thing of what kept us going and what was making us finishing the challenges and making it done, like or the group what we also made, like our killer group, killer group.
I tell you, there is not a surprise that the people who are in the killer workout gang are making such a crazy results that you guys are making. It's the community.
The girls was amazing about everything, about mapping our goals, about writing down everything which was a problem for each of us, like how to define our next move, like the support from everybody was amazing.
Yo, round of applause for community, everybody. Round of applause for Despina, and thank you for sharing that with us, beautiful. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me talk to Veronica while I'm still drinking my water. Champ lady, the Iron lady, unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Hey, please talk to us about your experience when it comes to coaching and the importance of having a community.
So I'm here with you all since April 2019, so it's more than 1 year. And when I started, I've always been very disciplined, I have to say. And I was ballet dancer. I've always been very worried about training because of the thing you said before, having big muscles or things like this. So I was not going to the gym. I was just going to ballet classes, and I had a lot of problems with food, a lot. I was not taking care of my nutrition at all. So this was a vicious circle. I was getting sad and disappointed with myself. But since I started with this group, I had support and I have no problems with nutrition anymore, or very little. And I started training every day, and my muscles didn't grow big as I didn't want. I'm much stronger, and I'm just happy, really happy.
Yo, round of applause for Victoria, Veronica. I'm even messing up her name. Round of applause for Veronica, everybody. Yo, that is amazing. That makes me so happy to hear. That makes me so happy to hear. Yo, I was about to cry there for a second. Nobody has ever seen Coach Seb cry, you know what I mean? A few people have. I think I can count them on one hand. Yo, that makes me so happy to hear. But before tears comes to my eyes, let's move forward. You can see the spin on this photo now. Everybody can see my screen again. Thumbs up if you can see my screen. Yeah, perfect. Here we go. Quick recap. If you want to be an average dancer, feel free to try everything by yourself. Waste your time, make mistake that a coach and a community could have prevented. If you have no communities to support you, this will lead you to start over and over and over again when you lose momentum. And unless you are interested in becoming a dance champ, I highly suggest you don't get a coach, because if you have a coach, it will get you to an express lane to greatness and a strong community with dance champs that we have right here that are rooting for you along the way. Take in the things you've been hearing in these webinars. These are real people. If you're new to this group, these are real people you've been seeing, real people that you are watching, real people that you are hearing. They are telling you their stories. They are like, it's powerful. It's powerful things. When somebody tells you that I had food, I had a situation with nutrition before and I don't have it anymore, or I don't have it as much. I was scared of this, but now I'm here. I had that different and now I'm here. It's not me. It's us in this community. This is serious things I'm saying. Now, I want to hear what has been the most helpful. What did you guys learn from the Spina story and from Veronica's story? Let me know in the chat what has been most helpful, and let me know what you learned from the story of Despina and Veronica. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Now it's time to write, everyone. Let's get it. Let's get it. Community support was the most. Consistency, commitment, support and motivation. Feeling feeling very identified with them. Support. That they make progress even if they have started at a very good level and got even better. Powerful words from Klaus. Being with great people makes you go big. Don't be afraid to ask for support and guidance. Community is critical for accountability and persistency. Facts, big facts, big facts. They know how to pay it forward and share it with others. Don't lose momentum. Well done, being surrounded by friends. Careful with nutrition and don't give up. Ask for support, ask for support. Correct people around you will help you. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, if you had a custom workout plan, meal plan, massive accountability, the exact steps to get where you wanted to get, I'm 100% sure that everyone in this group can do it. If we can do it, you can do it. This is Aliana. Let me tell you fast about Aliana. This is an old photo. I believe this is from last year. Aliana is right now, because of her persistency with training, she's now pregnant. She's in week number 37 out of 40. I just talked to her a few days ago and she asked me to update her training program. She told me, I want to train all the way until the week before I get birth, if I can. My doctor has given me the okay. What happens when you do that is that you give your future son or daughter the best possible genetics and way for her to, how do I say this in English? Like to come out as strong and as healthy as possible. Here comes the part I've been waiting for. Reality check. Reality check, reality check. Let's look at all of these things together now. We have creativity, training, roadmap, basic, musicality, the what the fuck method, structured freedom, discipline, mentors. I want you all to rank yourself in this trifecta. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. In each of them, how good are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, we went over everything. If 10 means that you're drinking 3 liters or a gallon of water per day, where are you on that scale? Are you training according to your goals? On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how strong is your community? If you're sitting here with us every week, I mean, you're pretty strong. But are you taking the necessary steps for you, or are you squeezing it out? Maybe you are a 7. You come to every webinar. But I trained with the Killer Workout Gang a couple of days ago, or last week even, and I know there is a crazy grandmother here who told me, Sebastian, it's 1:45 in the morning where I'm living, and I'm gonna go to sleep right now. So let me train, let me talk to you guys later. How well is your mentor? On a scale of 1 to 10. Hey, whoever is my one-on-one students, if you show me that circle and I don't see a 10 on that circle, trust and believe, I'm updating. It's Thursday tomorrow. I'm updating your training programs. So I better see some goddamn trains. I better see some 10s, you know what I mean? I better see some 10s. Or some people will suffer in their training tomorrow.
A lot of times coming in.
Yeah, I see a lot of tents are coming in all of a sudden. It's my people. It's my people. I saw Yvette there down in Panama. She did 100. Yo, you get the point, right? On the lowest, Daniel, he made an 11. Beautiful. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, run over each and every single one of them. It's very important. Take your time here. We're gonna move forward, but I'm not messing around with this. These are real numbers. These are real numbers on not only on the mentor, I'm talking on each one, your basics in your dancing. How strong is your basics? Scale of 1 to 10. How strong is your musicality? 1 to 10. Originality, 1 to 10. Go down, what the fuck method, blah, 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 1 to 10 on each and every single one of them. Subcategories. If you're not a dancer, throw in creativity. You know what to put in there. You know what to put in there. Write them down so you have them for yourself. I'm gonna give you a minute and then we move forward.
Some people think it's only 3 numbers. It should be 3 in each.
So again,
Yeah,
it's not 3 numbers I'm asking for. You don't need to write down everything right now in the chat, but for yourself, it's 3 in each of the pillars. 1 number for each of the subcategories. That was a minute. That was a Sebastian minute. Now, coming up next. Now you know where you are. But let's talk a little bit about your 90-day vision, shall we? 16 weeks from now. You know what? You all know the pillars and the sub-pillars we talked about for the last hour. What are the 3 main areas that you want mastered in the next 90 days? Very specific questions. You have now 3 pillars. You have 3 subcategories in each of the pillars. My question is, what are the 3 main areas that you want mastered in the next 90 days? For example, basics, dance-specific training, mentor and accountability. Write it down on a piece of paper and show it to me like this when you are done. What are the 3 areas in your Dance Champ Trifecta that you want mastered in the next 90 days? Show it to me like this when you're done. I see you, Aurelia. Great job. Maheen, I see you. Making it as interactive as possible. Erlinda, I see you. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Camila, I see you. Champ Luz, I see you. Flor, I see you. Despina, I see you. Anna Milite. Havka. Maria. Klaus. Camilla. Shams. Fabian. Let's go, champ. Christina, beautiful. So, now you all know, I hope, Lee, I see you. There is a lot of people here who haven't showed their photos or have muted their audio or however you call it, like I can't see your video. I hope you guys are doing it. I hope you guys are doing it or you're gonna miss out. Hisham, I see you. Julia, I saw you also. I keep moving forward here. There is one case study we still haven't talked about, and it's you guys, or you in particular. I'm no longer talking to us as a community, I'm talking to you as an individual. What's great with this is that now we know what you want. You know you know your score, On a scale of 1 to 10, you should be a 9 on everything. And you can be a 9 on everything. I said you should be because if I'm not the person who puts pressure on you, why am I here? Why would you waste your time if I wasn't here to put pressure on you? And I do that with all of the love in my heart. I want everybody here to be a 9 minimum. And because we know where you are, your scores, and we know what's your 90 days, what's your 90 days goal, sis? Now we got something to work with. And you get a current score here. If you add everything together, 3 plus 3 plus 4, subcategories 1 to 10, you can get to 100 score. You can get to 100. That's your top score. Mindset, I'm a 10. Dancing, I'm a 10. Or dance specific training, I'm a 10. Whatever, I'm a 10. What's your current score? Write it out and share it with your friends or calculate it for yourself. Put this down on a piece of paper. Write the date of this paper. I suggest you do the Dance Champ Trifecta every month. I suggest you do the Dance Champ Trifecta every month because then you know if you're moving forward or not. Double down, focus for the next 90 days. Focus, focus, focus. And that's the Dance Champ Trifecta. That's a trifecta.